All right, everybody. Welcome to the EU2 Championship here on Contest of Speed. This is round 7. We are back after the break for round 7. It is Monza this evening for the Italian Grand Prix. 11 turns, 2 DRS zones. A lot of people very much know this track. It's one of the oldest tracks on the Formula One calendar. I believe the first race was 1922, technically, that was on this track, with the circuit being built in 1921. It's gone through a ton of variations over the years, where safety reasons, due to fatal accidents, spectators getting killed, so on and so forth. But yeah, we are here tonight with 17 of the originally scheduled 18. And before we get too crazy into quali, and I didn't realize that that was in first-person view, a little bit of housekeeping to go through. We had a decent amount of penalties the last time we were with you, and that was from Melbourne in Australia. Just to highlight a couple of them, I believe we had an incident with Point, who was disqualified. I believe he was in AI right from the very, very beginning. Wakanda Forever got a 3-second +1 for no footage, as well as Alistar. Ricardo ended up getting all of his penalties removed because the game bugged out. It gave him like 5 or 6 warnings in one fail clip, so all of his penalties were removed. We also do have a quali ban for Cornish Mantis that carried over from round 5 into this round, and I believe after that he will be done with all his quali bans. So with that being said, the podium from last week from Australia turned to Jelt winning. Pookie was P2 and Ricardo was P3 after everything was said and done with that. The EU2 standings, Jack Hockey's in front with 94, Alistar is in second with 80, Jenga Boy is in third with 53, Jelt is in fourth with 52. Konzo in 5th with 45, Matty Robo with 35 and 6, J-Ray 28 and 7th, Pookie is with 26 and 8th, Cornish Cook is 9th with 23, Almanac is rounding out the top 10 with 19. Constructors are a little different, as you guys see. We've been going with multiplayer cars all week due to the issues that they had with one of the most recent updates, so just bear with us as we go through that. Mercedes is on top with 116, Red Bull's in second with 105, Alfa Romeo in third, 94, Williams is in fourth with 82, Haas with 46 and fifth, AlphaTauri 45 and 6th, Aston Martin 42 and 7th, McLaren with 40 and 8th, Alpine with 23 and 9th, and rounding out the table is Ferrari with 16. With that being said, that concludes my mop-up duty as I just looked up, and we have our provisional pole time of J-Ray with a 19.8. So there's that. It's going to be a little bit difficult trying to figure out who's teammates with who. We do have a couple reserves tonight. Let me go through that as well. I just got to find it. Okay. Ugarel Alper was supposed to be here tonight. He was supposed to reserve in the Alfa Romeo empty seat. Unfortunately, he is not here. CRL Pipe Tech is here. He is reserving in a Williams empty seat. Alex is in the Haas empty seat. And STLR is reserving for Mr. Ricky, who is not here in the Alpine tonight. With that being said, Hilly is out on an outlap in the Williams livery. Isn't Hilly supposed to be in a Haas, I thought? I could be wrong. Yeah, Hilly was supposed to be in a Haas. He chose a Williams livery. So that's a little confusing. I don't know if you can hear him because I know he is on mute. I'm actually not alone tonight. I am back with Great Ape, my co-commentator from Australia. I know he was on mute because he was doing something real quick, so we should hear from him momentarily. There you go. There he is. There's the man. Alright, so let's take a tour since Mr. Hilly is coming out of Parabolica and take a tour of this very, very fast, very, very flat Monza. Going up the front straight, going 215. Let's see what he's going to top out at. 221 miles an hour before the Retrophilia chicane of 1 and 2. You want to maximize the exit and get traction coming and going through the Curva Grande, which he has done just that. Going through the section where Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc are fighting. Now we're going into the Della Roggia chicane. Throwing it into third gear, having a little bit of a slide in the middle of the corner, but kept it on the track. Now one of the hardest parts on the track, Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2. Keeping it in 5th gear, 6th gear. You want to throw it into 5th gear. Lesmo 2 on the exit. Maximize the curb. 2nd DRS straight going down the hill. Going underneath the bridge where you see the oval layout here at Monza. And then the Ascari chicane at the end of Sector 2. Keeping it in 5th gear. You want to hug the curbs as much as you can without spinning the car. It does very fine going into the short chute. And all he has is Parabolica to go. And we'll see what Hilly's banker time is going to be here at Monza. With a little under 11 minutes to go here. Oh, he validated. Never mind. Disregard that completely. He invalidated around Parabolica. Oh, but yeah, that is your lap tour around Monza. Despite him just going into the pits. I don't know if you're on mute or whatever, Ape, but yeah, they still can't hear you. Thanks, Mr. Kool-Aid Man, and not much, just a little disappointed in you last night. Your DNF in AM2 was 1 lap too late for my strategy to work, and I got buried in the pack. Well, buried at the end of the pack, I should say. A couple, I think we have a debutante here with Mr. Borgia. I don't know what seat he is in. Borgia took over the Alpine seat, so he is actually teammates with Mr. Ricky, who isn't here tonight. Oh, Rosa is out of Lesmo 2, having issues, and it looked like he got beached there for a second, but was able to get out of it, so he is back pointing in the right direction, which is a good thing for him. And Valbo is also a debutante as well. Is he in a full-time seat, Mr. Ricky? I don't know for sure. Oh yeah, he would be partnering Rosa Sky in the Ferrari tonight. If we had the regular F1 cars, hopefully, I think we will have that next week. Back to our normal scheduled vehicles. Speaking of which, Valbo is P4 right now, the 20.0. Actually, there's 3 guys with the 20.0, including the 2 debutantes. And Jelt's on an outlap now. He is booting it up, going through Parabolica momentarily. He's donning the Stars and Stripes livery of America in an Italian racetrack, which makes absolutely no sense. But hey, it's all good. Sounds good. Try to fix what you got going on if they can't hear you. Great Ape. Gotcha. Alright, well, Jelt's going through. Ooh, he mounts the curb coming out of the exit of the Retrofilio chicane. We'll see what he has going through the Curva Grande in the Sector 1 split, heading toward the Retrofilio, as we have a yellow in the Retrofilio, speaking of which. Gelt is plus on his time, so he's definitely gonna. Oh, he is definitely not gonna have the lap this time around. So he's gonna try to come back into the pits and gun it for one more time as Jack Hockey in a new username for a week because I believe he had some EA issues banning his main account. But Jack Hockey in the Alfa Romeo, quote unquote, on pole with a 19.2, 6/10 clear of J Ray in P2. So the question is, how many are going to be in the 18s tonight? Because if Jack Hockey's in a 19.2s, I have a feeling somebody like a Hilly or potentially Ali Star, maybe even Gelt, could crack the 18s. So we shall see. Speaking of which, we are actually now with the defending EU2 champion in Cornish Cup. He is sitting in third provisionally at the moment. Just 300ths behind Mr. J. Ray, but he is 4 seconds slower, so that's going to not be representative of his time. Vabu is also on a lap, maybe? We'll see what his Sector 1 time brings. He is 4/10 up, so yeah, we're going to stay on board with Valbo here. Our one of 2 debutantes here in EU2 this afternoon, or EU, well, this evening for you guys. For me over in America, it's this afternoon. On comms tomorrow, I thought it was Racer and somebody else, but I'm not 100% sure. Ricky would know that better than I do. And Valbo is 6/10 clear, heading into Ascari, keeping it nice and tight through Ascari, into the short chute straightaway, getting ready to go through Parabolica. And let's see if he can do what Hilly couldn't and keep it on the track. As Valbo does just that, short lines it up to the finish line, start finish straight. 19.3 puts him up in the P2. He's a 10th behind Mr. Jack Hockey. Ali Star right behind him puts it in the P3 himself with a 19.4. These guys might be the ones that crack into the 18s. Pookie might crack into the 18s too. I think he's got a little more pace in that car than he's letting on at the moment. J-Ray could possibly crack. Whoa! J-Ray, speaking of which, he just jacked the pit wall. Lucky he didn't lose a tire or wing or anything. I didn't catch Borgia's Sector 2 time, so we will see what Mr. Borgia has coming to the line. See if he keeps it on the track. He does, so we'll get to see his time. He's not into the 18s, but he is up in the P4 with a 19.6, just in front of Pookie.
I should be good now.
Okay. You should be good now?
Mm-hmm.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Almanac is out of fuel, so that's going to be... He's going to come back for one final push. Ali Star is going to be coming back for one final push. Valbo, I know, is going to be coming back for one final push. Actually, he might be pushing now. Oh, no, he's low on fuel. Never mind. Disregard me. Konzo has yet to set a lap, as well as Matty Robo and Hilly. I did not get his Sector 2 time. Yeah, you're still running a little quiet according to people in the chat, so... Well, I know he is kind of soft spoken, so that I do understand, so I get it. Konzo does dive into the pits, so that's going to be him.
Let me know if this is good.
Everybody hear him just fine, just then? We'll find out. Alright. Hilly is yet to come back.
Pitch just waiting for it to hit, probably from 3 minutes to 2 minutes for them all to go out.
Yeah, it's 3:25 now. This is going to be the transition period. You're going to want to come out with such a short lap. You're going to want to come out with about 2:20 to go.
I came out around 2:30 just so I can make sure those tires get super heated up.
Yeah, I came out with about 2:20, and My last quality lap I invalidated through Lesmo 2, and I was up 9/10 at that point in time, so I was very, very upset. I had pace to be in the at least the mid pack of AM2. It's qualifying last night, and I just couldn't figure it out.
So, who do you think is going to be the biggest gain on turn 1?
Well,
Or
if we're gonna go if we're gonna go by experience from last night, I went from 16th to 11th in turn 1. So I feel like somebody in the back is gonna have that big improvement.
Because I was I got pole. I mean, I didn't have a great start, but someone from like P10 just plowed into me. Nowhere safe unless you get a super good start.
Well, I mean, I did get a decent start, and I was alongside when you got clipped. I just was very fortunate to not have the problem of getting hit.
Yeah, just a really hectic turn 1.
Monza is. It's a long run into turn 1. And then it's the Retrofilio chicane, which is one of the toughest braking points in all of Formula 1. I might be echoing with you, or is it me?
I can turn you down a little bit, just maybe to try to fix that.
Any better, Red Panda? As we are on board here with Hilly through Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2. Oh my god! Holy crap, that is 2 guys. Okay, so we're good. I think we're good. Hilly, on the other hand, just got massively impeded by not 1 but 2 guys. That's crazy.
I wonder if he's gonna have time for another lap.
He's in the Ascari chicane, so he'll have time. It's just a matter of whether. Okay, thanks, Red Panda. It's just a matter of time if he could get enough ERS, which I think he actually has done. So Hilly should have one more crack. We'll see what he's got. Matty Robo is the only other one other than Konzo. Has not set a lap yet, so we'll see. Oh, Matty Robo. Mounting the curb in the Della Roggia. Through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2, the second DRS straight here, keeping it on the track. Meanwhile, the car behind him did not.
Pookie crossed the line with like a second to go. Or like 3 or 4 seconds to go.
Pookie timed it perfectly. Qualifying is now officially over. We're just going to be waiting for everyone to cross the line now. I've been staying on board with Matty Robo. I want to see where he would have put himself.
STLR is staying same spot.
Valbo stays P2. Car behind him. Jelt bumps him up into P2. Bumps Valbo down to P3. Matty Robo is crossing the line next. He's got a car behind him as well. Matty Robo goes 14th fastest, 21.3. J-Ray is in 8th with a 19.8.
Alistar probably loses 3 or 4 tenths. They almost spun the car around right where I didn't aim to.
Oh no. Alex went into the pits. That's going to be his qualifying over. Cornish Cuck goes 6th. Konza goes 9th. J-Ray gets bumped down to 10th. Let's see where Hilly's at. Hilly is coming out of Parabolica now. Let's see what Hilly's got for us here tonight. He's the only other driver that hasn't set a time. He is P11 with a 19.8. And that looks like it's going to be quali over unless Pookie magically has something. And he puts it up in the P5, 19.4. Nobody cracked the 18, which I'm very surprised about. But there is your pole. Jack Hockey with a 19.2, 1/10 clear of Jelt in P2. The main EU2 championship protagonists right there. Valbo on debut is in the second row of the grid. He's going to be looking to make that slipstream as long as he gets a great jump off the line. He's going to be looking to make that work. Alistar is in P4. Pookie's in 5th. Borja also on debut in the third row in 6th. Cornish Cuck in 7th. Alex is in 8th. Konzo's in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is J-Ray. Top 10 separated by 6/10, though.
This track is, I honestly think that, like, this track is on par with some of the street courses, like, in how dangerous it is, because both tracks in AM2 and AM1, they're so dangerous. In the, second chicane, you barely got through, but I didn't make it. There was a big stack up going into the, second chicane.
Oh, I dodged that so well.
Yeah, I saw the smoke. I thought I got through it, and then Graham just, like, spun, and he took me out, and I was so upset.
I saw it coming, and I stayed right, and then once I kind of got to the apex, I jolted to the right. I'm like, yep.
I didn't think it was as bad. I didn't think it was as bad as it was.
It is what it is. We'll go through the rest of the qualifying results when we see the tire graphics. Well, pretty tight qualifying, as well as what could be for the race, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's supposed to be raining or what. We'll find out soon enough. Podium predictions and safety cars and whatnot. All the happy hunky-dory stuff. Welcome into the chat as always. Looks like it's going to be a dry race for now. We don't know what's going to happen later on. 27 laps is a long time. Matty Robo saying no rain, so it looks like it's going to be dry throughout. I'll start with you there, Mr. Great Ape. What will be your podium prediction tonight?
I think Jack sticks it up there. Jack Hockey. He, P1. I think the, what's the new guy?
Borgia.
Okay, Borgia. I think he sticks at P2. And, I'm not sure, but I know Hilly is an admin. You have to race her a few years, so I think Hilly P3.
Okay. I'm gonna go completely off the wall. And I'm gonna go Jelt P1 tonight. I'm gonna go Jelt P1. Okay. I'm gonna go Jelt P1, Valbo P2, and Alistar P3. I have a feeling this turn 1 is going to swallow Jack Hockey up, unfortunately. Yes, I know he's quick. Yes, I know he's got a rabbit's foot usually up his rear end. But Monza, if you're in the front row of the grid, or in literally pole position, I think he's going to be hung out to dry in turn 1.
He's just praying for a good restart.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be praying for a good start for sure. Let's take a look at the tire graphic. Predominantly medium compound tires, with the exception of Valbo in 3rd, Alistar in 4th on the hards, Alex in 8th on the hards, Hilly in 11th on the hards, and Matty Robo 16th on the hard compound tire. With that being said, let's run through the field one more time. Jack Hockey, as I've already mentioned, on pole. Jeltsin P2. Valbo is on the softs in P3. He's going to be looking to take advantage of those right out of the gate. Alistar is in P4 on the hard compound tire, looking to play the long game. Pookie in 5th. Borgia in 6th. Cornish Cuck in 7th on the mediums. Alex in 8th on the hards. Konzo 9th on the mediums. J-Ray on the mediums in 10th. Hilly on the hards, looking to play the long game with Alex and Alistar in 11th. Almanac in 12th. STLR, Pipe Tech, Rosa 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, respectively, all on the mediums. Matty Robo on the hards. Cornish Mantis served his qualifying ban on the medium compound tire. And Urgarel made it into the lobby. And he is starting at the tail end of the pack in P18 on the medium compound tire. Those guys that are on the hard compound tire, this was where I was trying to do last night. I stretched my hard compound tires 22 laps, hoping for a safety car toward the end of the race that I never got. And I bolted on the soft compound tires for the last few laps, and I ended up stealing fastest lap last night in AM2. So I was actually happy about that. I just wish I had the result to show for it and to have the point. But yeah, Red Panda
Hoping
goes
to
Hockey
see
1, Pookie 2, and Alistar 3. That's not a bad prediction at all.
is saying Hilly P3 crazy?
It is not.
Okay.
It is not crazy. You weren't around last season, but I pulled a. I'll tell you about it in a minute. 4, 5 red lights, and away we go here in Monza. Jack Hockey does not get the greatest start. Exactly what I anticipated happening. Valpo, on the other hand, got a great start. He got swallowed up by the Jack Hockey, and there it is! Jack Hockey made contact with somebody. It looked like it was Pookie. Pookie's all the way up in the P2 already. Valpo went through very clean, somewhat clean through the Retrofilio. Borges up in the P4. Jelt dropped like a rock down the P5. Unfortunately, he got swallowed up. It looked like he had a not such a great start. So after everything settles in, I will tell you my little story because it looks like we have a little calamity in the midfield. Almanac Konzo, Pipe Tech.
Pookie gained 3 spots on that, which is quite impressive.
Ooh, Pipe Tech's up the inside of Ugrel and Hilly as well. Hilly got dropped down to P14. Ugrel and Hilly ended up overtaking him. Hilly's coming back into the Ascari chicane. Ugrel is all the way up into P12 already, by the way, so he might be a dark horse later on. So I'd say your winner out of the start, based on track position, is going to be Ugrel. He went from 18th to 12th.
Pookie and Hockey are going too wide, potentially.
Pookie and Hockey for the lead. Here comes the lead going into turn 1. Looks like Pookie. No, Pookie's going to tuck in behind. We have a yellow flag.
Big thing. Hilly.
It's Hilly. Oh, right at the...
One into the pit wall.
Right at the entrance of the pit lane. That is very unfortunate, and we already have a virtual safety car. That just... I have no idea. But what I was trying to say when you were saying about Hilly, is Hilly a bad pick? I said no for one reason and one reason only. Last season when I was filling in for EU2, I called Matty Robo in Singapore. Started from P17 on the grid. I ended up calling him on the podium. He finished second. Honestly, one of the greatest calls in my commentary career to this day. Hilly did. No,
That's who I picked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's my story. Like that was my dark horse back of the pack pick that panned out very well. As of right now, unfortunately, not looking so good. Pookie on the inside. Pookie got a great jump off the safety car VSC restart going into the Parabolica. So that all gold car is in the lead, but we have Valbo on the outside making it 3 wide going into turn 1 potentially. Hockey and Pookie tuck in, and Valbo takes the lead going into turn 1. That was a nice move. Very opportunistic between those two guys, flipping Pookie as well, using the slipstream to great effect, and Valpo on those soft compound tires, he's going to look to try to get out of DRS of Hockey.
This is shaping up to be like quite... contact between P6 and P5.
Alistar and Gel is up into P6 now. And I did get that right. Yeah, you're right, Hood Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, you're right. In AM3 a couple weeks ago.
This is shaping up to be a crazy DRS train, all the way up to like P10, because they're close, but not quite close enough.
Now, there's one guy missing out of all of this. And those on the EU side know who I'm talking about. This track is tailor-made. It has TLR retires. He got looked like he lost it out of Ascari, and there is a safety car, so that's going to save Hilly. Absolutely saves him, which I knew he was kind of banking on that happening, and he got it. Um,
He is on the medium tires,
yeah,
so
he's going to be
I'm.
pit. Was it
I
an
wonder if he.
AM3?
I think he puts on the hards here,
Nah, he's not going to put
and
on the hards. He already started on the hards. He can't go on to the hards again.
I mean he can throw on the used hards.
I mean,
I
he
mean it would
could
lap
technically.
longer.
I mean, he could technically, but I don't necessarily think it would be a good idea. I think he could go medium, medium, and go the rest of the way. He'll catch up to the back of the pack, so that saves his race. A couple of the guys did pit. Almanac moves on to the softs. Rosa goes onto the hard compound tires. Konzo, Ugrel onto the medium compound tires, getting off of those used ones. But again, 4 laps in, there's not really too much to say about that. But back to my point from earlier, when you mentioned a DRS train, there's a guy missing by the name of Jay Prentice. That guy historically runs low-winged setups, which is perfect for Monza. And if he is in the head of a DRS train, you're not getting by him. And with him bowing out of a full-time seat in EU2, unfortunately, we don't get the privilege of watching him in his defensive prowess on this track.
Oh. He tried to trick him. He won.
Well, can't exactly trick somebody when the safety car's out. Like, everyone's gonna know not to overtake, I would think.
Well, no, he faked going to the pits, so maybe other people would try. If you look at P4, Borja, I feel like it looks like he has a Spider-Man car.
Yeah, it's that one. It's that one livery, and he just decked it out in all red. It looked like not a bad livery, honestly.
Yeah. What's your favorite livery on the field?
I haven't really taken a look at most of them, but
Ooh, I like Cornishes.
there's two
Cornishes look
Cornishes.
really
There's 2 Cornishes. You're gonna have to help me out here.
Cornish cock.
Which one is that? I'd say that, yeah, that one. I would say that one's a pretty good one. I like Pookie's. Just the all, like, dark gold everything. It's just, like, straight, I'm just number 1, deal with it, and...
Yeah, the problem with that for me is, like, I feel like it's just too out there, too crazy.
Well, was it too crazy when the Haas card, Rich Energy sponsored car did it with the black and gold? Was it too crazy then?
I don't know if I was alive then.
Oh, you were alive for it.
When was that?
That wasn't that long ago.
I got into F1 around 2021.
That was, yeah, this was before then, but you were still alive. Whoa, speaking of Pookie, Jack Hockey and Pookie are, like, flipping, flopping positions here.
I wonder if it's given him the you may overtake.
Alex got, oh, that's why he pit. Okay. Okay. That makes a little sense. Hood Kool-Aid Man just roasted you in the chat.
Yeah, I see that.
Hilly retired.
So,
What?
I'm not 7 years old.
Hilly retired from the session in the pit lane. I wonder why.
Wow.
I wonder why. What's going on?
Well,
That could be a system issue. That could be a pedal issue. That could be a whole bunch of things. So we'll hopefully get him into the chat in a minute. Yeah, unfortunately for you. And Hilly, I mean, he's doing decent in the championship thus far. So.
Well, I mean, I feel like I got off to a bad start, so I'm gonna make another dark.
Ooh, Borgia's out. Borgia binned it out of Lesmo 1. I caught that in the back part of the screen. It looked like he just lost it on traction in Lesmo 1 on exit. And Borgia's now out.
You know, a lot of people are wrecking out on their safety car.
Traction. It's traction. It happened in
AM3.
AM3. I was gonna say it happened in AM3. BK, while leading, I think it was when he took Parabolica, flashback, safety car. That's a late call. Is in this lap. BK retired in one of the weirdest spots, but then again, so did
Yeah,
Charles Leclerc.
this track has like a really weird thing where it'll just pull people in for no reason. Like, you saw it during AM3, I'm sure, where I was in the lead and it randomly just said that the safety car was coming in.
Well, if everybody's there, I mean, you have up until Parabolica to do it, so I kind of get it.
Volvo is in third gear. Maybe. Wow.
Valbo, as far as strategically, Valbo staying on the soft compound tires, he's into the realm where he could go soft medium now and get him to the end. So I think that might have been a decent call as long as a safety car comes out within the next maybe 6 laps. I
I
think
think it's smart.
I think it's a strap play.
Big step. Oh,
Ugarel and Maddie into the back. It looks like they got. Yep, Maddie has no wing. Ugarel got caught. Unfortunately for Mr. Matthew Robo tonight. Oh, jeez.
okay. Luckily it's a VSC.
VSC. This is helping. This is helping Valbo's soft compound a stint a lot because he's not needing the push. He's already on 7 laps going in.
And also, Jack, this is helping him more than it helps Volvo because he is going to have the tire advantage at the end of the race, and they're going to be right next to each other for a while. So, I feel like this helps him more than it helps Volvo because he can go on the softs.
That's if he has a set. You also have to go into.
True.
You have to go and say that if he may have to go, depending on if he burned his sets in quali, medium, soft.
Yeah, if he only did one run on the set though, I mean that's only like 3 or 4%. It's not the end of the world.
No, absolutely not. Like I said, I only did 2 runs, or well, I used only 2 sets, so I had a fresh set, and
yeah, I only ever used 2 sets. This VSC should be ending soon. And
yeah, it will be.
I'd be watching for some drive-throughs because
It's green. It's gone. There's no drive-throughs actually, so we're safe there. Matty Robo is going to end up being the biggest loser out of all of that because this VSC ended right as he came into the pit lane. Everyone's gotten through the Retrofilio clean. And we're going into the Della Roggia now. J-Ray is in front of Cornish Mantis. Cornish Mantis has moved up nicely through the field. He's up in the P7. He started 17th. He started P17 with the quali ban.
oh, he has the Spider-Man card too.
Ooh.
And he almost loses it.
Cornish Mantis almost lost it out of Lesmo 2. Cornish Cuck, his cousin, is in the back, but Pipe Tech has something to say about it. Going into the outside in before Ascari makes the overtake, going into the P8.
Pipe Tech messes up. Oh!
Ooh, Pipe Tech. I caught that on the stream. Pipe Tech out of Ascari was lucky to keep it on the track. Cornish Cuck and Almanac now are going to be all over the gearbox. Going into Parabolica, they're going to have a nice run as long as they stay on. Oh my goodness. Speaking of which, it's all popping off now. Almanac, Cornish Cuck. Look at this. This is going to turn into a DRS train for the ages, it looks like. Pipe Tech, Almanac, Cornish Cuck, Alex. J-Ray. Cornish Mantis on the outside into the corner. Got the inside coming out, but got a terrible traction loss. He had the overtake done. He just had to keep it nice and clean, but he couldn't do it. Cornish Mantis goes all the way from 6th, all the way down to 8th, fighting for 8th, actually. Almost got in a 9th, and he settles back in the P8. That allows J-Ray to go away. That allows J-Ray to go away a little bit.
Oh, and Jack Hockey is in DRS range, so he is going to be fighting for that P1 spot.
Yeah, Valbo, it's going to be how long can he go on those soft compound tires? That's going to be the question. Alex on the outside of Almanac, and that's for P9, going into the Ascari chicane. makes the move done and dusted. So there's Alex into P9. The last points paying position is being held by Almanac. Mantis gets a little squirrely out of Ascari. Alex makes the overtake without any difficulty. So Alex is now into P8 as well. Two corners, two positions. Not bad efficiency from Mr. Alex there. We have a couple guys.
Try a dive bomb. Nope.
Konzo, Cornish Mantis, Rosa, STLR is left. Unfortunately, I'm not too surprised there. Cornish Mantis rather. Rosa, Sky, and Almanac. They're not gonna go into it. We have. Oh my God! Everyone's checked up. It looked like J Ray lost it, and everyone checked up behind. It's gonna be a who's who to see who has wing damage, because I did see Carbon Fiber leave a car, and I don't know where.
P1 is really close. It's probably going to be on this DRS straight away.
Matty Robo.
See a pass
Matty Robo. Oh, it's it looks like it's Almanac. Yes, Almanac has the wing damage. Not to take anything away from the fight up to the front, but there's just a lot of stuff popping off in the midfield. As Valbo, let's visit the front end
chicken.
actually.
I think that was DRS chicken.
I don't know if it would be DRS. I don't know if it'd be a DRS chicken, but Valbo does get overtaken by Jack Hockey into the lead. Jelt's going to hang on. We have our first 3-second time penalty now, as well as J-Ray gets the honorary distinction of having the first penalty of the night. Valbo's going to have DRS.
Terrible exit, but DRS
he's going to have he's going to have DRS. Jelt takes the fastest lap with a 22.7. Valbo is going to go onto the inside into turn 1, makes the overtake happen. Valbo is back into the lead, but the switchback attempt doesn't pan out for him. Jack Hockey is there still. He's on the outside. Valbo's giving him room. He's going to look for Jelt. Jelt lets him back in, gives him the space to get back into the slipstream of the leading car into the De La Rogia. Jack Hockey keeping it nice and tidy. Stays in P2. Matty Robo, they're just flip-flopping the fastest lap here. Matty Robo now has it again with a 22.5. Jack Hockey.
If they go too wide, this is going to make it like P5 is going to be able to compete for P1.
This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is going to potentially cause a huge backup, and these 5 cars may get away. But if they fight like this, that 5 seconds to P6 is gonna disappear real quick. Valpo is gonna be a sitting duck going into the Retrofilio. Oh, actually, Valpo does not dive into the pits. I thought he was going to for a second. Jack Hockey is setting up to make the overtake into the Retrofilio. We'll see what the makeshift Alfa Romeo does. He does just that. Takes back the lead.
Alex is around.
Alex is around, so that's going to drop him out of the equation. We have Ugarel 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. We have a caution sector 3. I think that is for Alex.
Yeah. Well, that Jelt prediction's looking real good again.
Jelt finds a way. He just finds a way. He's like EU3's 2-spell wizard. He just sits back, lets everybody else makes the mistakes. As long as he stays clean, he's usually up toward the front. Valpo is not gonna have the look into the Ascari chicane that he would have liked. He's gonna stay behind Jack Hockey for now, and this is where it's gonna be the problem, where Valpo is gonna have that tire differential come into play. The soft compound tires at 11 laps.
He's 5/10 back too. That's like they're probably gonna go too wide through here. Well, now it's 6/10. They probably won't.
Yeah, Gel is gonna be looking to potentially make a move here. Oh, speaking of making a move, Alistar and Pookie for P4. Alistar makes the move into the Retrofilio. Those hard compound tires of Alistar are probably going to be starting to fire off in the next lap or two themselves around with those mediums. Jelt is still hanging tight. Valbo is also still hanging tight on those softs. 12 laps in, he's still only 4 tenths behind for the lead,
Now,
and he just made a
Jack
mistake. Jack
Jack
now
is
got that.
praying. Jack is praying that they don't that they go too wide into a corner and not just pass on a DRS zone because he no longer has DRS, so he's hoping he can get out of that range pretty simply.
Yeah, Jelt's going to be looking to jump all over this now. We're going to see what happens into the Ascari chicane. Jelt makes the move stick. Doesn't make the move stick. Forces Valbo off the track. Valbo rejoins. Ooh, that was close for an unsafe rejoin. That kind of rose some hairs for sure. I saw that in the back. Valbo jumps all the way back to 5th place after being in 2nd going into the corner. This might be the time. This might be the time Valpo does decide to pit, and that's exactly what he does. He's going to come down into the pits. It's going to be interesting to see what Mr. Valpo does do. I have a feeling. I have a feeling he's going to go onto the medium compound tire.
Somehow Jelt had DRS, and he used that to full advantage.
Jelt had DRS because of the he was a second behind, less than a second behind. Valpo goes onto the medium compound tires, which I'm not surprised. He's only going to be able to stretch those 13 laps, which is going to be very easy. Really? 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 That's all I'm going to say to that comment in the chat. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Now, let's see. Jelt is out of DRS range. So now is going to be the time where Alistar is going to jump all over it. And we'll see going through the short chute. The young one or the old drunk one? I'm not drunk. Wow. Good grief. I'm being called drunk. That's not cool. Alright, let's see what goes on here. I'm going to turn my attention to the battle instead of the chat. By the way, you're being called the girl, I'm not, so I win. Alistar holding on to 3rd for now. Jelt is back into DRS contention, though. Jelt and Alistar. Oh my god, Alistar gets 5 for exceeding track limits. I'm wondering if he misbroke and just cut the chicane and try to get back safely. I don't drink. I'm a parent of 3. I don't drink. Those on the AM side know that very well. Alright, so we're going to turn our attention back to the battle up for the lead. Jelt is closing in on Mr. Jack Hockey in for P1. Pookie is not too far away either. So this 5-6 car train turned into what can be 3. Jelt goes defensive trying to break the slipstream, or Jack Hockey goes defensive trying to break the slipstream. Jelt's going to be looking to go onto the inside, makes the overtake into the Retrofilio. Jack Hockey's going to tuck in, look for the switchback, gets better traction out of the corner. Through the Curva Grande they come. And Jack Hockey, as Valbo sets the fastest time with a 21.8. Jack Hockey is looking on the inside, taking a peek, but decides to tuck into the Della Rogia. And Jelt's going to hold on to it for now. Ugarel is another 3-second time penalty casualty. And we have Ugarel out of the session. It's going to cause not a safety car, I don't think. As Jack Hockey makes the switchback for the lead. Let's see here. Jack Hockey now. Jelt is going to be looking all over the back of this. Jelt's going to have DRS going into the Retrofilio. And we have... Not that one. The interval. Wow! Both of them pit! So that's going to be what I was going to do. Completely out of the equation now. We'll see what happens after the pit stop sequence. Pookie does assume the lead. 3 reasons to be drunk. Especially when they're 8-7 and soon to be 4. But no! No drinky. No drinky for Deathstorm. BK's into the chat as well. I'm not surprised there. Alistar Rose is now in P3. He's 11 seconds back, so 12 seconds back of the leader. And Rosa, wow, took a little bit of an excursion through the grass there. Alright, so let's see what pans out. We're going to look. Jack Hockey and Jelt are still nose to tail. They're glued to each other like Gorilla Glue on a piece of wood. Jack Hockey is on another set of mediums, yeah. Uh-oh. 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 That's interesting. Jack Hockey got chucked onto another set of medium compound tires. I don't think he started the race on the softs. So Mr. Jack Hockey is going to need a safety car, and he's going to need it quick in order to bolt onto the soft compound tires and end that and complete his mandatory tire switch. Konza 21-4 onto the soft compound tires, sets the fastest lap. Pookie's onto the soft compound tires as well. He got in between Jack Hockey and Jelt. Pookie's looking fantastic for the win right now. We'll see where Valbo in relation ends up. Alistar and Rosa Sky are still your 2 leaders. Alistar is yet to pit. Rosa did pit already, but he's not going to make those tires last the rest of the way. Those mediums are not going to be going, what, 23 laps? I had to take a sip of tea. I do apologize. Alright. Back at it I am. Jack Hockey is 3 seconds back of the podium places right now, but the bigger story for him is the mandatory tire compound change that he did not obligate. Pookie is set in on the soft compound tires. He's going to try to make quick work. Speaking of, he's going to make quick work into the Retrofilio. He's alongside. Jack Hockey leaves the space, but shuts the door out of exit. Pookie's going to hang tight into effectively what would be P2, I think P3 now. And Jelt's looking to potentially, on those hard compound tires, jump on any mistake these two make. Now the question is going to be, if a safety car comes out, I know the front 2 are going to pit. Jack Hockey has to pit. Does Valpo pit? That's going to be the question. That was great defending by Hockey, by the way. That really was. Shut the door on Pookie and everything. And Pookie is going to be under threat, potentially from Jelt. I think the only reason why Jelt is hanging tight as well as he is, I think Jelt has a lower downforce than the Pookie in front of him. And we shall see. Jelt is just going to hold on to the DRS. Pookie is going to have another go into the Retrofilio. Dives into the inside. He's got a better run on it this time. Jack Hockey still leaves the space. He's going to have the inside into 2. Attempts to do the exact same thing. Shut the door, but Pookie is through. Pookie got through. He was able to hold on to it. Jelt behind. Jelt also is behind. Jelt has a great run going into it as well. He's going to have a double overtake potentially into the Della Rogia. Good grief. Pookie's going to fight it. And Jelt's still on the outside going into Lesmo 1. This is a very dangerous spot of the track to have it. And Jelt makes it work. What a double overtake by Jelt. Putting himself up in the effective P2. And he did it by force. He could have just sat back and waited, but he did it by force. What a move from the Stars and Stripes of Red Bull. That was a fantastic double overtake. Monza never ceases to amaze me when it comes to that. Jack Hockey now is going to be hoping and praying for a safety car. Alistar is into the pits. He is serving his 5 seconds. That's going to drop Alistar deep into the pack. Yeah, that's going to be the question. Raza Sky has to pit. Cornish Cut getting 5 seconds for speeding into the pit lane. Well, your race recap, as we have completed 20 laps. Out of the original 18 that started, 14 are still here. Shane's finally home. He's now going to catch the last 7 laps of a pretty exciting race, actually, to be honest with you. But for your race recap, we lost STLR, Hilly, Borgia, and Ugrel. We are down to 14. Like I said before, Shane, the big story is Jack Hockey. He ended up double pitting medium compound tires, so he has to pit once more to fill the mandatory tire obligations. Alistar moved down into 6th place, so he is effectively... J-Ray getting 3 seconds. Alistar is effectively in the top 5. I don't see them stretching. I know he technically doesn't have to pit. I just don't see them stretching. Valpo's closing. It's now within a second and a half, and he's just closing every single turn he's got. He's gonna, for Rosa Sky to hold on to the podium, he's gonna need to do a defensive masterclass, like he's racing at Monaco, in order to make it work. We'll see. It's gonna be very interesting fairly quickly, as it looks like the front 5 are now together again. Raza is actually the different player in this one. For a safety car to be effective, it's going to need to come out within the next lap or 2. By lap 24. If it doesn't come out, we're not going to have one the rest of the way. Valpo is in within a second. Pookie essentially is out of DRS range of Valpo in front of him. That's going to be crucial. Jack Hockey is going to be all over the back of Pookie. Jack Hockey and Jelt, rather. I was talking about Jelt before. Jack Hockey looking to make a double overtake into the Retrofilio. Does make it work. Jack Hockey is back into the podium places temporarily. But again, that medium tire compound is going to be a problem. And Jelt provisionally is into the podium places, but Valpo is looking. He's going to be poking his nose every which way he can. He may try to make the move into the Ascari chicane. We'll see what he does in the next DRS zone, because he's all over the gearbox of Rosa Sky now. We'll see. Yeah, but he's not. He's got the better traction out of the corner. This isn't even going to be a challenge. Valpo is going to make the move into the lead as we just hit lap 23. Rosa is down into P2. Jack Hockey is up into P3 again. He's fighting, trying to hold on, trying to hold out for a safety car if he can get it. But the way EU2 is going tonight, I don't see a safety car coming late. It didn't happen in AM2 last night. I don't think it's going to happen now. Jack Hockey makes the overtake into P2. Rosa Sky is starting to drop now. Those tires are falling off. 18 laps, and they're starting to cry for help. Jelt is into the podium places on pace now. He's going to be looking to get into P2 as Pookie might have something to say for Rosa, and he does into the corner. Into the Retrofilio. Pookie is up in the P4. Rosa is in the P5. Alistar closed a couple of seconds down. Konzo's up in the P7 now as well going into the Retrofilio. Matty Robo sitting in P9. Pipe Tech is the last points paying position, and he's got a little bit of a cushion to Cornish Mantis in P11. As we have 4 laps to go now. And at this point, honestly, Raza is going to try it at this point in time. I don't see why he shouldn't. I mean, the gap's closing, but it's worth a shot. Jack Hockey is into the lead, by the way. Valbo is in P2. Jelt is hanging on in P3. Pookie's still hanging tight in P4 on those soft compound tires. This is going to get very interesting fairly quickly between these front 4. And I don't want to go into the race director. I wish I had... There's Jack Hockey. There it is. Yep, he had to pit onto those soft compound tires. Alistar getting 3 seconds as well. That effectively eliminates him from getting the win because he knows the safety car is not going to come out. And Jelt makes the move into the Retrofilio. He has better traction out of the corner. And at this point, he's going to have the better tire over Valbo. Makes the move into the lead. Nice little move by Mr. Jelt. And Pookie is going to be looking all over. Valpo is going to be looking to make a move as well. He's going to try to hold on to the podium. Pookie is sitting in P3. He's probably the best positioned out of this trio. And Raza's making it work. He's now in P4. He's looking like he's swerving a little bit. He might be at that point where he's in puncture territory, and I think he actually might have it. I think he has a puncture. No, he doesn't. He's going 200 miles an hour. He's all right. We did have a yellow in Sector 2, or Sector 1, rather. But the story right now is the podium. They are separated by a second. Alex does retire. And that is looking like it's on track, actually. Because his car's moving. Yeah, it's definitely an on-track retirement. So we'll see. But Pookie and Valpo are fighting for P2. This is the best thing for Jelt. Oh my god, this is going to be crazy. Going into the corner, Jelt gets overtaken by both. Pookie runs a little wide. They make contact. Valpo and Pookie make contact. This is crazy between the 3. Pookie does get into the lead on those soft compound tires. Jelt's looking to make a move. Valpo's looking to make a move. Let's see what Valpo does. He's going to make a mistake in the Della Rogia, kind of shutting Jelt out of the picture there for a minute. But those soft compound tires of Pookie have finally got him into the lead. And he's all he's got to do is hold on for a lap and a half now. Mr. Pookie's just got to hold on for a lap and a half. He's going to have a big disadvantage now. He's going to have to defend into 1. Valpo and Jelt are hanging tight. It's a battle of all 3 compounds, all at various stages. Alistar is within DRS range of Raza as well. That's a good shout. But I'm more interested to see what these 3 are up to. Valpo doesn't have it. He's not going to be able to make the move into 1. Jelt looking to go onto the outside, potentially. Makes it into P2. Pookie shuts the door coming into the corner. Jelt's going to have a decent traction point. Jack Hockey steals fastest lap, and he's going to get the extra point for it as well. Jelt looking on the outside. Pookie gives him the space, gives him the... Almost gave him the position, but Jelt makes it work. Jelt's going to take the lead with a half a lap to go. Pookie might be in the best position, though. He's going to be on those soft compound tires. He's going to have DRS. He's going to have 2 more cracks at it. One into Ascari, but he runs wide. That's the mistake that's going to cost him the race. Valpo's going to take P2. Jelt's going to run away. As long as he can keep it on the deck. Jelt should get through Ascari. Go through the short chute. And Jelt is going to end up going into the Parabolica. He is going to somehow, on the last lap, with a last lap overtake going into Lesmo, take the win here around 7 of Monza. Going through Parabolica, Jelt is going to take the win. We'll see what happens with Valpo and Pookie for P2. Valpo is going to hold on for P2. Pookie is going to hold for P3. Ali Star is going to get for P4. Let's see what Rosa does. Rosa flips him on penalties. So Raza Sky made them work. 23 laps on the medium compound tire. Gets into P4. Ali Star P5. Jack Hockey P6 with fastest lap. Conzo's in 7th. Pipe Tech's in 8th. J-Ray in 9th. Matty Robo rounding out the top 10. We'll run through the final results in a minute. I gotta catch my breath, though. What an ending. What a last lap. Game Gibbs, driver of the day. Ugh. What could have been with hockey, though? You're absolutely right. Now that's what EU2 is known for, right there. Oh man, Jelt with a very opportunistic move, making it work, and then Pookie making the mistake going down the hill, ultimately costing him the race. But yeah, that is final results. Jelt taking the win. Valbo P2. Pookie rounding out the podium. Rosa Sky P4. Alistar P5. Hockey's in 6th. Conzo in 7th. Pipe Tech in 8th. J-Ray in 9th. Matty Robo in 10th. Cornish Mantis in 11th. Almanac in 12th. Cornish Cuck 13th. Alex in 14th. And we lost Hugueral, Borgia, Hilly, STLR early on. Oh. For those that are potentially looking to get warnings removed, and thank you, sir, for the shout. I'm not going to get through all of them, I don't think. I'm going to actually get through all of them this time. All right. Toward the end, there's your 3 seconds. If anybody wants to dispute them getting removed, there you go. Feel free. Oh, wow. EU2, never disappointing. A little bit of a heck of a cleaner race than it's been for most of the season. I will say that from the booth, and I'm pretty sure you guys will agree with me as well. But yeah, that is definitely what EU2, as far as I've been here, is known for. So that was a great race by them. Absolutely crazy last lap. But yeah, with that being said, Jelt in the multiplayer car, representing Red Bull, taking the win. Like I also had said, we are probably going next week back to the original cars, so the multiplayer cars will be out of the window. As far as later on today, next on track action will be hosted by Lane Everingham and AM1, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. For us in America, 2 and 3 in Britain and Central European time in the morning, respectively. And then we will be rounding out our action in round 7 with EU1 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. UK, or 10 p.m. Central European, 9 p.m. UK. With that being said, for all of EU2 and for Great Ape, I know had it was on mute because of stuff going on within his household. For Great Ape, for the rest of EU2, this has been Deathstorm, and we will see you next week from Sakir in Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Be safe, everybody. Have a great week, and we will see you next time.